Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a Tarot Oracle reading, and this is for the end of the month of June. And Scorpio, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Scorpio, we all have a little bit of Scorpio in us somewhere. If you do have your birth chart, what house is Scorpio in? That will give you further clarity as to your situation now. Where it shows up. Also, this is a timely reading, so if you're watching it at this time, it is the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it's been a while since I posted it, take a look at what was going on back then. That could also give you further clarity as to your situation now. We have, for the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck, we do have the energy of the Page of Cups. Page of Cups energy is talking about a communication, information coming in. This is the pages would work for the king and queen at a very young age, around 7 to 14. So this could be talking about information coming in from when you were from the age of 7 to about 21. At 21, the pages would be, if they were still working for the king and queen, they would be considered for knighthood possibly, as long as they had enough pentacles to purchase a horse and were suitable for the position. Then they would be delivering messages far and wide. The Pages of Cups, it sounds really young to start working at that age, but you have to remember back in those days, the life expectancy was half of what it is now. And so that wasn't really that young for them to start. And they would be mostly responsible for delivering communication in between the palace walls. So running small errands, tasks, that sort of thing. And then when, in those days, this would always be a male. But now the tarot cards, you need to understand that tarot cards represent archetypes. And so they're not gender specific. So this could be a male or a female in their masculine energy. And any of the, it's true of all the cards in the tarot. The characters like this female could, represented as a female, could be a male in his feminine energy as well. So just keeping that in mind in the readings. And then this is talking also about some sort of communication or message coming in about love. Now, in the old days, the message would always be handed in person, but you don't have to expect someone to come to your door dressed like this. This could be a phone call, a text message. You might get an email, something in the mail. Maybe you get a delivery of flowers or an invitation to an event. Perhaps you're on social media, someone messages you, or you maybe see an event posted and you decide, I'm going to attend that event. And when you do, that's when you run into someone in person. So this can also talk about keeping an eye on what's happening at the top of the pyramid, so that you whatever is going on at the top with the leaders, that is going to trickle down and it's going to affect all of us at some level or another. And so this information coming in is about love. This love is generally romantic when this card shows up, but it doesn't have to be. Sometimes it could be love of anyone or anything, basically. It could also be something that you love to do or something you love to be. The page is aware that, there's plenty of fish in the sea, but he has his eye on this fish in this cup. And this is the fish that he is wanting to pay attention to. It's saying someone has their eye on you, or maybe you have your eye on someone. And then we have this energy of the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is actually talking about conception. So if you do hook up with a new love interest, make sure, if you do not want to produce a baby, this is saying you're highly fertile at this time, a project is getting launched. And so sometimes it can be conception of an actual baby. Sometimes it could be conception of a project you're working on, or something that you're passionate about, this new relationship, etc. So the wands in tarot do represent the element of fire, and they are made of wood, and they are representing passionate action. And this is actually Sagittarius energy. If you ever have seen the centaur from Sagittarius, and he's shooting his arrows into the celestial sky, and they're hitting the target, toon, 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 in perfect order. That's what we're talking about. Something has been launched, and it's already happening in the spiritual realm, and pretty soon you're going to start noticing this energy in the physical. This is the energy for your internal forces right now. Your internal forces, you know what that you have control over your internal forces. Your internal forces are the what ifs, internal forces. And so you can't control what happens from the external forces. The external forces are, people. You can't control what other people say or do, or if they love you or if they don't love you. You can't control the economy around the world all by yourself. But what you can do is respond instead of reacting to the energy. Anytime you respond rather than reacting, you're probably going to be 100% better off. So the what ifs, you'll know it's a what if because you'll be asking, what if I do this and they do that? Or what if they ask me to do something and I don't do it? What are they going to do then? It's that sort of energy. And this is what we're talking about here with Three of Pentacles energy. So this is saying you are in an elevated position. This is how you perceive yourself right now. This is your self-image. People are approaching you and they are noticing that you do really, really good work, whatever you do, and they want to collaborate with you. So this is awesome energy. You're in an elevated position. Quite often this can represent an energy of a skill set that you have. Like, it's in the entertainment industry, in the arts, that sort of, in sports. It's something that a lot of people do, but not a lot of people rise to the surface and do it as well as you are doing it. And people are starting to notice. So you will see this energy in the entertainment industry. It can be, like actors, actresses on the stage, Broadway. This can represent dancers and, possibly musicians that, someone wants you to go on a concert tour, or they want to produce your music. And this can talk about the energy of you being a really good athlete. And we have scouts coming by and they're wanting to offer scholarships for you to go to university or college. And maybe even you're already at university or college and there's scouts there and they want you for the professional team. So you've made it, like this is a huge, big event for your life. It's a real bonus energy. And this is talking, like being elevated in a position that not a lot of people get to enjoy. And the problem with this energy is you have to be very careful about what contracts you sign. The pentacles do represent health, wealth, and happiness in the 3D world. And of course, a big part of that is money. So they are shaped in like coins with a pentacle on them. Now that, you could have all the money in the world, but if you're not living the lifestyle that you want, you still can be very unhappy. We're seeing that all over the news now. Everywhere we go, there's always every day there's another person that has made it to the top of their occupation. They have the money, they have the looks, they have the talent, and yet they're living some pretty weird, depressing lifestyles, and they're not happy. And so this is talking about how necessary it is to make sure that anyone that you sign up with, any contracts that you sign, that they're in alignment with your lifestyle that you want to live. So this is talking like, have a good lawyer that understands these contracts. Look over any contract before you sign it. And also be aware that quite often there can be secret societies involved in a lot of these industries. And they will, the thing about secret societies are that the group energy is way more important than any individual. And they have a lot of control. So whether you sign up for them or you don't, they still do have a lot of control in that industry. But you want to make sure that you're not signing up for something that's going to ruin your ability to be a sovereign person and do and live the lifestyle that you want. Do the pour your creativity into work that you want to do, not what other people want you to do, or they want you to do it in a certain way. Sort of like if you're a rock and roll band, and now you sign the contract and you find out you didn't read the fine print, and now they're saying, no, you used to be a rock and roll band, now you do country. And you don't have any choice. You sign that contract and that's you now. And so this is talking, be very careful about contracts. Make sure they're in alignment with your goals. If you suspect secret society energy, be very, very careful about what you sign. And then we have the Temperance card. And the Temperance is talking about having the patience to be on your divine path. If you don't sign up with someone that's not in alignment with your goals, with the lifestyle that you want to live, you may be feeling really down, like, oh, now, like, what, how can, and people might be saying, how could you turn down an opportunity like that? But then we're all looking at them now and saying, how could they live like that? Who can live like that? And so this is really important for you to understand, as this is the Temperance card is talking about, human beings have choice, and that's a God-given gift. And so you have choice over how you are and who you are and what you do. And this is talking about having the patience to, having the temperance in your emotions to be able to be calm and move forward in strong ways on your designated path, in your authentic energy, in the way that you want to live your life. That is your right as a human being, a God-given right. And this is talking about how, this in the Bible, it says God sends 144,000 angels down to earth, and those angels are like considered to be like earth angels that do a lot of good work on the planet to even things out, make things easier for people, make life more beautiful on earth. And so this is the angel pouring alchemizing her energy, pouring it into the universal pool, and then grounding that energy on earth. And right where her foot is grounded, her left foot here, it's talking about, look at the beautiful flowers that just boom, they start growing. And this is talking about staying on your designated path, on your path of glory, so that you're, this is the sun, this is representing God's energy, your destined path. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. So Nine of Pentacles is a pile of money. And then we have the King of Pentacles right after. So there's only 10 Pentacles in Tarot. So this is 9. So if you think about 10 Pentacles being, billionaire, trillionaire energy, this would be multimillionaire energy. And this always reminds me of Nikola Tesla, the great inventor and genius. He would say, if you only knew the beauty of the 369, you would have the key to the universe. And this is pre-Empress energy. This is talking about someone, this is talking about you being in this energy of, having gone through enough life experience that you embody the status of the Empress. You're almost there. And the Empress embodies the qualities of all 4 queens from the Minor Arcana because of having all the life experience and maybe learning some things the hard way. This pre-Empress energy is saying, though, that you do understand this ratio basically in life. You understand that if you give too much of yourself away, you're not going, and you don't look after yourself, you're not going to be able to empower anyone else. You won't be able to empower yourself. You won't be able to empower others. So she knows, I feel that Nikola was talking about having like this ratio. She has 2/3, she has 9 coins in total, and she has 2/3 on these. This is representing 2/3 of what she has. She has her hand on that. She knows that that's what she needs to make her payments for business, for her personal life, to make her household run, for, all the expenses and some extra in case there's an emergency. And then these other 3 she can play with a little bit. So one might be used for charity, another one could be maybe used for saving up for something special. And this other one is maybe to invest in a high-risk investment. And, you know, if it pays off, it's going to really increase her financial portfolio. And if not, it's not going to impede her ability to be able to continue paying her bills and staying on top of the energy. So this is someone, she has this falcon here, and this is talking about having the foresight to be able to understand that, having learned the discernment of how much time, money, and energy are you willing to invest in any project, person, you know, whatever it is. And what do you anticipate the return to be? Is it going to be a fair exchange? You want to make, you know, you have, it's a learning curve basically for people, and it's saying that you have learned this, and possibly because this is talking about your early communication in life, you may have been raised by like high energy that's, you know, generational wealth, old money, like that has taught, okay, this is how you earn money, this is how this is how money is used. People that come from generational wealth, old money, don't have a tendency to flash it around like new money. It's not like designer this and designer that. They don't feel the need to impress anyone. They just continue on with that money, and they invest in themselves and their family, and then they pass it on. And so this is your self-image, is people are approaching you, but be careful who you associate with. This is talking about your earth angel energy, the abundance that you have, that God has given you to come down. And generally the earth angels have a mission, and as long as they stay on their path of glory, they will be supplied with what they need to do that. And then we have this energy here of the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles represents an energy of someone who's highly respected for their business acumen. So we do have a lot of money focus in this reading here. This is talking about, you know, this energy is talking about someone who is highly regarded for their business acumen. This can be an energy, can be talking about the banking industry. You know, if it's bankers, it would be someone that's at least a manager or above. This would be possibly financial advisors, wealth management. This could be about accountants, that sort of energy, insurance, you know, retirement planning, estate planning, all of trust funds, inheritances, wills, all of that energy. And these would be individuals that would be probably partners in an established firm. We have an energy here also possibly of real estate. The pentacles do represent the element of earth, and so this is about matters of earth and earthly matters. This could represent energy of, you know, real estate, commercial, residential, high-end properties if it's a real estate agent. If it's, it can represent mortgage brokers, stock brokers that are dealing in, you know, minerals, gold, silver on the stock market, selling all of that energy, you know, shift from the earth, platinum, and all of these minerals and oil and all of that, gas, all coming out of the earth. And then this can also represent an energy of an entrepreneur that is very successful. Agriculture, being very successful in agriculture as well. So the King of Pentacles, sorry, has grapes all over his robe. And this is talking about his ability. Grapes in tarot are considered to be a luxurious item that is hard to grow. And so it's saying this person lives a luxurious lifestyle because he's able to grow things, like that energy of being able to make things grow, being able to bring ideas and thoughts down to earth and make them into solid matter. We have this energy of the Four of Wands is talking about the element of fire. You know, as I said, this is talking about taking passionate action. This is quite often considered the official marriage card in tarot. So this is talking about having Maybe someone has proposed, and this is saying, you know, basically it's the beginning of the ultimate fulfillment that a lot of people strive for. This is talking about you have the castle, the down payment for the castle, and now you just have to make the mortgage payments, which is a huge achievement. And then it's also talking, you have maybe someone popped the question, the person said, yes, you're committed to starting a family and all of that energy. And you're planning the wedding, but after the wedding, it's saying you need to continue to pour your energy into the relationship so that it is a fulfilling one. This is in your emotional state now. So I feel like this is, you're an individual that has, comes from a family that has, done well. And you were taught how to use money to work for you, and how to get to this stage in life. We have the Emperor, so quite often this definitely could be the Emperor energy. Now we have a pre-Empress energy here, and we have an Emperor energy here. So if there's some marriage, maybe you might be the Emperor, and this might be the Empress, and or pre-Empress energy, and maybe the Emperor has popped the question for the Empress here, because we have this card here. This is talking about changes in scheduling, like day-to-day routine habits, etc. The Emperor, like the pre-Empress energy or the Empress energy, is talking about he has all four kings from the minor arcana rolled into one person. This is saying he has a lot of life experience. Whatever he does, he's at the top of his field. He's good at what he does. People look up to him. He's considered to be wise. He, the Emperor energy, like he's pure performance. This is alpha male energy. He wears his armor underneath his robe, and he is ready to grab onto any opportunity. He's always ready. He's, he makes sure that he's well prepared for any situation. Also, he has a tendency, like he gets what he wants, basically. He can be a bit controlling in this way for sure. This is major alpha male energy. And, the beta males, they don't tend to, stand up to him because they know that he'll clean their clock. This is like, someone that is known to be successful, and not someone that you are going to attempt to push around. And then we have, for the underlying energy, for the external forces coming in, we have, oh, look at this. There's some information about Pentacles coming in. So we have the Page of Cups, and we have the Page of Pentacles. Same information coming in, that same age group, all of that energy. The Pentacle energy is talking about how you're getting to this stage. Quite often when the Empress and the Emperor show up here, it's talking about how they met, how they managed to become Emperor and Empress status. This is talking about a power couple coming together. And one of them, it looks like this energy here is the pre-Empress energy, is the Earth Angel energy, and perhaps you're being noticed for your work, and the Emperor has noticed. Maybe the Emperor wants to back your work, and there's some sort of communication coming in regarding that. This doesn't have to be about romance or whatever, but with the marriage card, like this can be commitment and partnerships. So it doesn't have to be marriage if that's not what you're looking for. We did have, on June 9th, we did have Venus join Jupiter on June 9th in the sign of Cancer, which is this energy here with the King of Pentacles energy. And so this is talking about, your home life and, your emotional state right now. And it's interesting because a lot of the astrologers were saying that June 9th was because Jupiter is the most generous planet, lucky planet, and Venus is the planet of love, that those two came together and they were right on top of each other. And so this energy is talking about, it was the luckiest day. A lot of astrologers were saying the luckiest day of 2026 for love and money. And to really, I was encouraging people in the readings don't expect things to happen exactly on June 9th. Oh, it's passed and nothing happened. Stay in that energy. It's a vibration you're putting out to the universe saying, hey, I'm ready for that. I'll take that. And so this energy, we do have pentacles coming in. So this is about lifestyle, and we do have love. So this is talking about, I feel that energy coming through. You know, it's only, what is it today? It's the 18th right now of June. Yes, and we're also moving into the solstice. So we're going to have the longest night the longest day and the shortest night of the year is coming up on the 21st. So there's more light and more sun and more happiness around. You know, it's saying good times ahead. We also had just on the 14th, we had a new moon in the sign of Gemini. That energy is easing off a little bit, you know, and we're starting now to move into the energy of the full moon is going to be on the 29th of June. And that full moon is in the sign of Cancer. And it was Venus and Jupiter moving into the sign of Cancer. That's the luckiest day of the year. So I feel that this could be an interesting full moon. It's on the exact same day that Mercury officially goes retrograde. So Mercury is about communications. Just be aware. Mercury can be very... when it goes retrograde, the energy can become very scrambled communication, technological issues. You may have been noticing some of these. I've noticed a few here and there, but this energy is actually very beneficial for getting your shift together, making plans, checking into things, doing your research, and getting ready to move forward. A lot of people kind of have this idea that the retrograde energy sets you, you shouldn't do anything during that time frame. Don't sign contracts and that. That's true that there could be miscommunications there, but it's also a really good time. It's awesome to know that during those retrograde problems or times, you could still move forward. You may have a lot of issues come up, but maybe they're issues that you catch early because they're all coming up before you get too deep into it. So it can have that benefit. And it also, when it's kind of like when, the holiday season, when everybody's focused on, the holidays and they're not doing their regular work schedule. If you're not involved, if you don't involve yourself in that energy that much, you can get a lot done behind the scenes. You can't usually move forward in official ways, but you can get a lot of research done and get ready for it and rest up for it and just take advantage of that time to kind of chill out a little and take stock of where you are, that type of energy. So it's a really good time for doing that. I think Mercury goes back on the 23rd of July, then you'll be ready to roar forward. You may be feeling that energy already because it has been kind of sitting there. And then we have this is interesting because this is for partnerships, commitments, and spousal energy. And look at this, we have immature competition here. And so sometimes this can represent sibling rivalry. I hope not if it's coming to energy of someone that you're planning to marry, that there's sibling rivalry here. There could be, though. I mean, it happens. And this can also represent just immature competition. This, of course, an emperor and empress energy, a lot of people would want to, they would be considered a good catch, that type of energy. So there could be people behind the scenes that don't want this to take place. This could also talk about if it's about business and a partnership and commitments. It could be about people behind the scenes that are in competition with you not wanting this to happen because they know that's going to accelerate you forward and make it hard for them to keep up. This energy, it's my Mean Girls card. This is, think about narcissistic cheerleaders. They're like, grade 6 to grade 10 sort of energy, and they're at a competition and they want that trophy. But they can see there's another team there that's better than them, and they don't care. They are like, if we have to trip them, we'll trip them. We'll do what we have to. We're winning that trophy, come high, like no matter what. And if they don't succeed in getting it done, their parents, their mothers in particular, will pull the strings behind the scenes to make sure that that happens. And so this is talking about that energy of immature competition. When you start maturing, you start realizing that when you're in competition, whatever it is for, if it's for sporting events or if it's for a position at work, or having a lover or a partner in business or in marriage, whatever that commitment is, you're in competition with yourself. So this is about being able to keep your shift together and really, when you're under, it matters. Like you're going for a job interview or whatever, you keep your shift together. You rein in your emotions. You discipline your mind. You have the best interview ever. You're 1% better at least than before you went out the last time you did an interview, or you went out and did that sport. And if everybody on the team has that attitude, if everybody's just 1% better than they were at the last competition, the whole team coming together is going to be a whole lot better. And so it's that type of energy. You start to realize you're really in competition with yourself, and you can learn from the competition. And, you can learn a lot. I've learned a lot watching the the whole Lego thing. I'm like, holy, who would have thought you could learn so much for Lego? I thought it was for younger children. But we're all learning a lot from Lego right now if you watch what's going on with that energy. And it's like really good lessons about, how the world works. And this is this Gemini energy that Uranus moved into Gemini about a month ago. And that energy, astrologically, like this is an energy, Uranus has not been in the sign of Gemini since 1941 to 1949. It's coming up in every reading. I feel it's going to be coming up in this one. I can feel the energy coming in. This is talking about, the truth coming out. And the last time Uranus was in Gemini was 1941 to 1949, World War II energy and the aftermath. So think about, like that, this is the energy. The bottom line is that Gemini wants the truth to come out. Right? When Uranus is in Gemini, the truth is going to come out. And the truth always does come out. But now the truth is coming out, and it's very public, and it's very loud, and it's very weird energy. Like there's weird twists and turns to it. And so it's very active energy right now. And then we have the Queen of Wands energy. So this is talking about one of the four queens. And of course, she is considered to be a natural beauty. She has the sunflower here, which is saying that she loves to be, she's happy. She follows the energy of God, like the sunflowers. She turns to the sun. So she's got a very happy disposition. This veil behind her represents the thin veil between the spiritual and the physical realm, and intuition and logic. And she's very good at using both. So she has a lot of creative solutions for any problem. That's why she owns this little black cat, and she's not worried at all about the superstitions about it being bad luck. She doesn't worry about bad luck. She doesn't believe in it. She knows she can find a creative solution to any problem. And so this energy of the Queen of Wands is coming in transition. So this could be your energy, your natural energy, and you're moving into this pre-Empress energy because it's coming in. And this, you might be the king or the emperor here. And this could be the king, or this could be the emperor and the empress could be a different couple. And maybe these two are considering, you're maybe one of these two energies. You would be this energy, and this would be the energy that is coming towards you. You would be, this could be a power couple that's involved in the situation. And that might be you might be one of these two energies. So just, take it how it feels. Look at this. We have the Empress energy. So I do feel this is telling the story of how the Empress and the Emperor become an Empress and an Emperor. We both have them like being very good with Pentacles, and now that the Empress, it's talking about when this love or this commitment comes through, and she ends up with the Emperor, then this energy now becomes the Empress, and this is coming through. This is higher learning. And so the Empress, that energy is how she manifests. And it's using this energy from the very similar energy to the Queen of Wands. The thing is that, this is represented by her growing wheat here. And so the Empress understands how to get projects done, just like the Emperor. She's a powerful manifester, always in the flow. So she understands, like, if she's going to grow wheat, or she says, okay, I'm going to grow a crop. Is that going to be wheat or is that going to be durum? Wheat. Okay. Which field am I going to grow it in? And I've got to get the soil checked. Does the soil need amending? Does it need fertilization? What needs to happen with the soil? And then she's going to check and see, to make sure that any rocks or stones, anything that could damage the expensive seeding and harvesting equipment, that they're picked and they're cleared off the land so that there's no damage done. Then she's going to seed this crop at the opportune time. And then she's going to wave her magic wand and say, okay, it's up to you. Universe, she might do a rain dance here and there, but that's about it. She's an organic farmer. She doesn't spray. So that's as much time, money, and energy as she's willing to put into that project. And she's known for growing bumper crops. She's also known to be pregnant with possibility. And so with this conception card and this pregnancy card here, if you're, be warned again, you're very fertile right now. So if you're not wanting to get pregnant or be pregnant, get someone pregnant or be pregnant is more accurate, then understand that you are very fertile right now. And if you do, you're very fertile right now. And so this is talking about, okay, so because of this energy here, this is talking, the Six of Cups is talking about reconciliation with someone. Now, it doesn't have to be necessarily reconciliation. Reconciliation implies that there needs to be forgiveness. And you could forgive someone, and then that doesn't mean that you want to reconcile with them. Forgiveness is for yourself. But in this case here, I feel like this is, if someone from your past is coming in and they've been in competition with you or whatever, and it hasn't been a good experience, and you really want to be, people tend to show you who they are the first time around. So this card is quite often talking about someone from the past coming in, or something coming from the past. And this is the energy that I feel is kind of this energy here. Like, what is this energy about? There's some sort of, like, this could be definitely be someone that you knew in elementary school, high school, or moving into college energy. This could also be someone that you haven't seen for 7 years, 14 years, 21 years. You might be going to a family reunion or something, and you see them, or going back to where you were raised, or some sort of energy like that. And you bump into this person, and maybe you haven't seen them since you were in grade 6 together, and you were on the cheerleading team at the same time. That kind of energy. It could be, this is generally talking about reconciliation, and also it can be talking about reconciliation of your childhood. So there could be some sort of information, communication coming in about something about your childhood, and maybe it's about some generational wealth or something like that, because we have the Pentacle and we have love. Maybe you run into the Emperor at a high school reunion, and you haven't seen each other since grade 9, that type of energy. So the thing is about this card is it does have a lot of illusions attached to it, the Six of Cups. So it's saying be careful about you know, there could be some illusions about your childhood or about people around you that you've known since, you know, you were young like that. Be aware of what's going on around you. This energy is, you know, it's full of illusions. Like at first when you glance at this card, you think, oh, that's two children playing with these potted flowers and there's someone watching over them in the background. But then when you look at it again, you realize, wait a minute, that's a gnome and this is a little woman. And from the back, she looks like a hag, but from the front, she looks like a young woman. And this gnome is trying to give them flowers, and they're wearing this white glove here, saying, I don't want to get my hands dirty. Now, the old hag is like, go away. We don't want your stupid flowers. They're not even yours to give away. You know, and she's ready to march off. But the younger woman is people-pleasing. So she's like, explaining why they don't want, we're wearing our best finery. You know, she's explaining herself to someone that she does not need to explain herself to. And so this is saying, have you learned the lessons from the past? Do you understand that you don't want to be people-pleasing people that are not necessarily having your best interests at heart? This is talking about, or taking people back that you have had bad experiences with. This is the white flowers in tarot represent the energy of innocence, but these flowers are not innocent. This is from the nightshade family. It's Datra, and Datra is not some. It can, if a child was or a pet were to ingest this, they could become sick. So this is talking about, you wouldn't have these flowers. You wouldn't be letting children play with these flowers. They're toxic to children and pets. Sometimes the shamans even use this to heal childhood wounds by creating visions in their ceremonies. But that's with adults, and shamans know what they've been doing. They've been doing it for centuries. So this is saying, you know, this person in the background, this is just someone walking down the path. It's not someone looking out for them. But they're not children, so you don't have to worry about it. But this is saying, this could be talking about there could be illusions around this person that you knew from before. And you want to make sure that you're really careful of that energy. And it could also say that there has been illusions made about someone as well. Like you might have pictured them in one way, and then, or people were saying this or that. And then the next thing you know, like, no, it's like that's not an accurate assessment of the person. So it's saying, you know, be aware of what's going on and be aware that this energy could be coming in from people that know. And sometimes this energy is talking about, this person comes in and it just reminds you of when you were young and free, and you just, you know, really enjoy their energy. It's that it can be if you have a lot of good memories around childhood. So this is this is talking about partnerships, commitments, marriage. This is talking about a transition happening here. This is talking about your higher learning, and this is career and reputation. So that's why I'm feeling like this, beware, because this could be someone that was, you know, there's something about the reputation there, and it's not accurate. It's an illusion. And then we have this energy here of the heart at work. And this person is literally making money. And, you know, the pentacle energy, as I said, it's more about lifestyle. But in this particular card, this is someone who's very focused on making money. This is the only card in the tarot where someone's actually pounding out a coin. So literally, this person is making money. And it's a project. It's talking about maybe you started a project and you have... you're working on the second one and you have 6 to go, or you've already accomplished 6 and you're on the 7th and have 1 more to go. And this is in your position of blessings coming in. So I feel like it's probably the latter. You probably have 6 done and have just 2 to go. And then maybe this energy, your lifestyle is going to, it's coming to change. And look at this, we have the illusions, any hidden secrets, illusions, that's in this position anyway. It's talking that anything that was hidden, anything that was secret is coming out now. And we have like that, you know, we do have that moon energy again. And this is also talking about eclipse season, which we just had. So this is basically, you know, this is a really good reading. There's a lot of good energy here. And there's not a whole lot of I mean, there could be some things here that you understand, but I feel like pretty much this is a pretty decent reading for sure. It's a lot of potential coming in here, boy. So if you're leaving the reading here, thank you for your likes, comments, subscribes. I really do appreciate them all. I'm going to clarify with my oracle now. And this is Tales from the Vector. It's from the Intergalactic Federation of Light. I started this back in 2007. The numbers on these cards represent the paintings. I completed the last painting in 2020. I started it in 2007. And this energy, all of the numbers on these cards represent the paintings in my gallery on my website, talesfromthevector.com. I will put them in the description box below in the order they appear here if you want to check it out. And so we have the sun shining on this energy. So I do feel that this is talking about a love offer coming in that may lead to marriage. It's like this is talking about power couple energy. So that's good to see. That's clarification. When the sun shows up, it's saying this is a happy event and that it is that light is being shone on the entire reading when the sun card comes out. This is God's energy. We have a foolhardy journey in progress. So this is talking about this energy here moving forward in a strong way, that you can anticipate a good result. Make sure you look at the contracts and that, and if they're good, then this is moving forward. This may even be, because this is foolhardy, it means that you're on your designated path. And so the people that you're collaborating with could be more than likely people that are maybe a new energy coming into your life, people that actually support your work and you enjoy them and they enjoy you. So this is talking about making sure there's no blind spots, though, that this isn't any energy that you don't want to, that's not going to be in alignment with what you want in your lifestyle. And then this is talking about the need to be right. So sometimes you have to be right, but sometimes if you have to be right all the time, then that means other people have to be wrong. Sometimes the Empress and Emperor energy can be very controlling. They're used to getting what they want, when they want, how they want. And it sometimes can be my way or the highway. So it's a warning. Don't fall into that karmic space of, don't make mountains out of molehills, and don't make molehills out of mountains. And this is Temperance energy. This is talking about having the devotion to stay on your destined path. So it can take a little bit longer sometimes, but it's long lasting. Like it's having devotion to being the best version of you, like you actually deserve the trophy. This is saying you deserve it. This is going to be awesome. You're going to love this. And look we do have the king saying this is the emperor. So this is clarifying. We are talking this, the King of Pentacles is also the Emperor energy. And and this is talking, this windfall of money coming in is talking about because you're on this designated path. And I feel that's this energy here coming towards you. So this is clarifying that you are the person I'm reading for is in the Emperor energy and King of Pentacles energy. This is you moving forward in making this decision. Disruption. There could have been, what's fun for some is not fun for everyone. So this disruption, this is a tactic. People may have been, competition may have been trying to disrupt this from happening. They don't want you to get together with your Empress energy, because then they know you'll be totally unbeatable. That competition is like, no. And then we do have Aquarius here, and this card's been coming up because, of course, Uranus is in Gemini, and any truths about, this can be sneaky energy. Maybe people have been spreading rumors or whatever so that the Empress doesn't want to be with the Emperor. They've heard bad things about the Emperor from these people, or the Emperor's heard bad things about the Empress, and you haven't seen each other for years and years since you were in kindergarten. So, you're going to believe the people in your inner circle above the people, someone that you haven't seen since kindergarten. but it's saying just be aware of that energy as well. Okay, I'm just going to move this over here. And we have, here we have perception. So yeah, this is talking about the grass is greener on the other side, and then people find out it's fake. So I feel like this energy, I feel like whatever, check into the information, because I feel that this energy is not necessarily on the up and up. It's immature competition, degradation of energy. So yeah, and there could have been some people talking shift about you to the Empress, and she's like, I don't know, and or they've been talking shift about the Empress, and you're like, I don't know. So check out the information. Make sure you don't want to move. You don't want to walk into something blind. But you want to make sure that your perception of the situation is clear. You're not just relying on what other people are saying. Pride, this is talking about all or nothing. It's an all or nothing attitude. Sometimes all or nothing can be really cutthroat. So just be aware of that. It's sitting right on this, and now that we have this energy here, I feel that this could be competition with the Empress energy. So, and this energy is in all or nothing energy, kind of like the young, narcissistic cheerleader energy saying, hey, I want to win. So it could be that, or it could be talking about the Empress moving into this energy. But we do have this energy down here already defining the Empress. So it's hard to say. It's different in different people's energy. So justice is coming in. The justice could just basically be that, hey, you are going to have this beautiful energy coming towards you. Or there could have been something that happened and the illusions are coming out. We do have some energy here, like this energy. There could have been hidden whatever going on in the immature competition. But we don't have a lot really of justice and that kind of energy coming in. Sometimes this can be about making money illegally. I don't pick up a lot of that energy though. I feel this is more just the justice is being able to get, that you come together and you have this beautiful life that you deserve. And the moon energy again is being highlighted. So this is talking, there are hidden illusions that are coming out. And it could bring some sort of justice. Maybe there is missing money from ancestors or, from a trust fund or something like that. And you're going to find out about it. And then you're going to have even more money. That type of energy. Your lifestyle will be even that much better. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. So it could be, this could be an energy of, people that you thought had good intentions to you actually didn't. And that would be this competition that doesn't want this information to come out. And then we have dissension. Oh, with friends like this, who needs enemies? Yeah. Be careful of this energy. I feel that there's some people that really, 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 really do not want this connection to happen, because it will, the energy is when a divine couple comes together like that, a power couple, the energy is like hard to beat, and it's already like separate. They're already hard to beat. So when they come together, it's like even more fertile, if that makes sense to you. All right. I enjoyed this reading. This was a really good reading, Scorpio. I do hope you've enjoyed it as well. Thank you for likes and comments. Consider subscribing if you resonate with the energy of the channel. It's really helping me build my channel. I appreciate it greatly. You have an awesome time with this energy. It's really cool energy. I will be back with another reading about that full moon and Mercury in retrograde coming up next. Bye for now.